Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Mob Psycho 100, episode 5 of, well, the only season so far. Last time was a very hype episode. In the moment which we saw two, well, perhaps two powerful psychic users against each other and around the same age, kind of an equal fight in well, what it seems to be an equal fight. I highly doubt that it's an equal fight because I still believe that Mob is way too powerful. But anyway, yeah, this is very interesting. But now I have seen in this series several psychic users. The first two, let's say, were kind of pure ghost, just ghost that use their psychic powers to attack other humans. The third episode, it was kind of a combination between a human and a evil spirit, let's say. I really don't know what to call Pimple. This one is just what I assume a pure human with amazing psychic powers. How amazing, I don't know. I still have no idea how powerful this guy is. He seems strong. Yes, that is for certain. But I'm not sure how powerful that guy is, really. So it's going to be an interesting fight, I think. And yes, I think I have spoken of about the hype of this episode because yes, I have really waited a lot of time to see this one, and yes, I'm really eager to see the next one. And before that, something I forgot to mention in this presentation. I changed the quality or the visuals of the episodes I'm reacting to. Why I do this? Because I have received several times the kind of a strike. It's not a complete strike. I have none so far. But they block the videos I have posted, a couple of them. So yeah, my decision so far is to change the quality, not the quality, but the image that you saw during my reaction. Hopefully, again, I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. And hopefully you will understand. And about the cut reactions, as I said before, I do it for the same reasons. And unfortunately, for those who told me that I could do it or upload it to my drive, Google Drive, it's a very limited space, and I'm reserving to kind of season finale or something like that. The episodes I will post in this entirety. So yeah, those are my reasons as to why I do the things I do. But anyway, yes, I think I spoke enough about this. Just cut this and watch the episode, shall we? Holy, Mom is not even face. He's not going to attack like that. He's not like this. Yes, exactly. That is not Mob. Yes. Yeah, but okay. I'm gonna shut up for a moment because yes, there's a lot of stuff I want to say about this. But, oh, okay. Oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, holy. Okay, that is deep. And if the person who is saying this is who I think it is, holy, I was right. It's kind of weird hearing from him. Yes, I agree. No, okay, yes, again, there's a lot of stuff. What? What? What the hell is that?
Okay, yes. Okay. It looks so ridiculous. Yeah, Dimple. Oh, that voice again. Oh, it's pure form. Holy. Oh. You raise it? Seriously, now you're worried with... Seriously? Okay. Explanation? Seriously? Not very happy memories. And he's not going to attack either. He's just kind of defending himself, but just protecting himself, actually. Holy! He's powerful, I accept that. Oh! Really, this guy? Oh! He's really... Look at his veins! Okay, he's no longer a pretty face. He's just defending himself. What? Oh, one of the freaking... What did you do? Show me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. 0%. Why? Because it... Oh yes. Oh. Ouch. Okay, yeah. What the hell? Holy. That really cut deep. Oh. That. Yes, you're right. Holy. Oh, you're... What? Oh, this is really serious, man. Okay, this is a lot deeper than I thought. This is really... It changed so fast, so... The change of pace in this... Oh... I am... Oh... What the hell? Oh boy! Look at that imagery! Yes, exactly! You're nothing compared to Mob! That's why he didn't want to use his powers! Holy! That is a very dangerous sight! Yes, he's too powerful. If he is unconscious, that is ridiculous. ridiculous and freaking frightening at the same time. Holy. Okay, that is creepy. Holy. Yes, exactly. What the hell did you do? Holy. I don't think he's conscious. I don't think you know. Holy. Really, this is something I wasn't expecting from this one. What the hell happened? Executed! This is ridiculous! Oh, the squats! This is a complete 180 for me! Okay, yes, this is... But really, what happened? I don't think that's the complete story. There is something else there, but... Again, this is a mystery. And I'm still not sure how to feel about the brother. Okay, we're going to have answers for that? Oh, yes. The demon, I don't know what the hell to call what Mob has inside him. What Mob has inside him? Okay. Okay, this is... I really don't know how to feel about this episode. It is started like a normal Mob episode, well, what I consider normal for this anime. But then it turned 180 and... Yeah, there is something else in Mob. There is... I'm gonna watch this again because I'm really not completely sure what the hell should I think, should I say it. Really, I really need to watch this again. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it here and we'll watch it again. See you in a bit.
Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the fifth episode of Mob. And again, it's a complete 180 turn for me. It is start haha funny. It start like a normal episode, as I said during the reaction. It is start really average for the series, average. And but of course later on I figured out something bigger was in here. And something a lot deeper. But as always, I'm gonna go in order and little by little. The first one is, of course, the realization of this guy, the other SP user, the blonde one. I really don't remember his name. But yeah, he's angry and kind of, I don't know how to call it, desperate perhaps, because somebody else possessed the same gift as him. And yes, for him, all his life is my guess from what I have seen in the episode. For him, all his life was always him the number one, him being the top dog. As Dimple said, the biggest fish in a small pond. So yes, it is understandable how did he feel. Of course, the wound went deeper. We figured out that later on. But in this moment, yeah, it is amazing. Yes, this guy is very powerful, very, very powerful. But of course, unfortunately, against Mob, everybody else seems weak. So, yes, that is how everything turned out to be. Him being, and I mean Mob being the most powerful one, and the other one really desperate, trying to prove that no, I am the most powerful. So yes, he's going like crazy, the crazy move with telekinesis and all that. And I love the answer because why don't you do that? Dipple said, why don't you do that? Uh, because I get nausea. So I love that ridiculous reason. So yes, that's why. But again, everything surrounding Mob is a mystery so far. Nobody knows, or at least I don't know. I don't know if this has been established in the manga or even in the webcomic. That how the hell Mob become that powerful? Well, how he was born with such power? Because my guess is that his power is completely natural. But yeah, that's a question for later on. Dimple is really trying to push Mob to use all his power, at least part of his power, against this guy, against the blonde guy. But he is not willing to do that. Why? Because he firmly believes that you should not use your psychic powers against another human. He's fine with using said powers in a creature, in a monster, in a ghost, something like that. He's fine with that. But when you're using it against a human being, that is a lot different for Mob. And this is a very interesting portion of the episode. When we are given a very interesting speech that some people have the talent of singing, how some other people are fast, they're athletic. All of the people in the world have some talent, have something that makes them special. Everybody has this. Everybody has this something that makes them special. And of course, in this world, in the world of Mob, there are people who have psychic powers. That doesn't make them better than the rest. And this is the speech we're listening to. That even if you have this amazing psychic power, that doesn't make you better than the person that can sing really, really well. That doesn't make you better than the person that can run really, really fast. That just give you a talent. But the other people has talents too. So you should not really see them as inferior beings to you. Because yes, the psychic powers are like a knife. He said so. That it's like a knife, and it's a very dangerous object, and you should never point it towards another person. And that's what Mob understood. That's why he doesn't use his psychic powers against another one. And yes, this is a very deep speech, very profound and very intelligent, very wise even. And yes, when I hear the speech the first time, I was really shocked because I knew that the person who was saying all of those wise words was raging. And what is shocking, and that is my guess as to why Mob respects him so much, that's because he is really capable of giving wisdom, really. So far, before this episode, so far we have seen Raging as this fraud, as this con artist, very well spoken, but not with the best intentions. Always trying to con somebody else, always trying to cheat somebody else and earn money this way. But this short amount of time, we're shown another facet of Raging. Really, really interesting. And I love the depth of the characters in this anime. Of course, the joke was a classic, but just kind of lose everything or just ruined once you said that Raging said so. So yes, Dimple is still kind of angry against Raging, and it's understandable. Yeah, but Moby's been attacked with all his might. Well, the might of the other guy, but he's still refusing to fight back because that is his principle. Those are his morals. That he is not going to attack another human being. And yes, we're shown an amazing demonstration of power. He is desperate, and I mean, I really should really look out for his name. Give me a moment. Okay, yeah, Teru. Yes, he's using his full strength. His full strength. Because he said no breaks and I'm going to go after you with all my power. And yes, this is when the battle takes place inside the school. Moby's being pushed toward the school because he's desperate. He really wants to fight him and to prove, perhaps to himself, that yes, he is the most powerful ESP user. And of course, how could I forget? Moments before that, Dimple was erased because he tried to protect Mob. Why making the quotations? The quotation mark. Because he wanted to protect Mob because he's planning on using him later on. And he cannot allow his possible vessel to be damaged. So that's why he's protecting. And yes, his form for a second is formidable. Yes, it's ridiculous when he just the hands and the legs. It's ridiculous and absurd. But once he returned to his kind of full form, it's really imposing. Very muscular. And said, oh yes, it's going to see a fight between Dimple and the other. And no, bam! It was just erased like it was nothing. And yes, again, Mob is kind of upset. Because yes, the psychic explosion is just grew like 3%. Mob is upset by this. Not that much because Dimple was kind of an annoyance. But yeah, once he started to remember how to call it, the nostalgic moments, the war moments between him and Dimple, it's kind of obvious that Dimple was a douchebag because yes, she's not like a little girl. Oh, that girl has a nice ass, and yeah, you should. What? I could teach you how to do the X-rays. So I wouldn't even know, you perv. And yeah, would you let me possess your body for just a minute? Yeah, it wasn't that nice, to be honest. But again, more comparing him to Teru, yeah, kind of Dimple was even better than Teru because he's not dragging him down or diminishing his efforts or whatever you want to call it. So yes, from a perspective, it is a better being, a better entity than Teru. Anyway, yeah, again, inside the school, we saw a very spectacular use of psychic powers, and of course from Teru, because Mob, again, is refusing to use his powers against a human being, another human being. And he's desperate. They reach a classroom with the cooking utensils, and he throws knives against Mob. This, of course, does nothing against him. But unfortunately, thanks to the barrier that Mob puts, one of the knives, I cannot believe I could not pronunciate that word. Anyway, one of the knives kind of bounced back and cut all his hair on the top. Boy, he no longer was a pretty boy in that moment. And yes, this is hilarious. The way he looks and how desperate he becomes, how angry he became that he even used his freaking tie as a weapon. And again, the faces are hilarious, and even the freaking transition, like hair on the top of Teru, 0%. Those transitions are hilarious. This show really connects deeply with me. The humor it shows is amazing. I love it. And this is the moment in which the fight becomes desperate, because yes, before this moment it's just haha, very funny fight, and you know that Mob doesn't matter, you're not going to damage Mob at all, and all that. But in that moment, once Mob starts to talk about he understanding why Teru hates him so much after the presentation between the name and the change of names, that you are just like me. I'm not talking about the psychic powers. And that is when the wound went deep. You're just a guy that doesn't have any talent. That the only thing he has is psychic powers. If you take away that from him, you are left with nothing. And he doesn't want to be nothing. He believes himself to be a chosen one, the best person in the entire world. But without his psychic powers, he is nothing. He doesn't have any talent besides that. He is not good at sports because he's cheating, and I mean Teru, he's cheating with his psychic powers. He's not good at games, let's say board games, because he's cheating with that too. He's not physically strong and he cannot win fights. He's cheating with the psychic powers with that one. And he's popular because of his psychic powers. Without them, he's left with nothing. And Mob said, "You're just like me, a loser like me. Because without our psychic powers, we are nothing." The only difference here is obviously the moral stand that Mob is taking. Without, of course, seeing the psychic powers, I mean. This is an interesting premise. Because really, in that moment, it was no longer a game. It was no longer, I want to force you to use your psychic powers because I want to prove I'm the best. It becomes desperate because, hell, even the time deflated because he no longer was using his psychic powers in the freaking thing. Because that really hit home. Because that is exactly, Mob read this guy like an open book. He read him like an open book. And that's why the fight became this mess, this understanding of characters. Hell, even the beginning of character growth. Because he no longer used his powers, he just wanted to strangle him. He wants to I don't know, to really hurt Mob without using his power, to proving that he's wrong. That is how I interpret the scene. But Mob is, again, being strong in his principles. He is not going to use his psychic powers. Yes, we are near the psychic explosion. But that doesn't mean he's going to use them. He tries to use his body to attack him with light punches, because I don't know if he doesn't have the strength in this moment to throw a bigger punch or a stronger punch, or he doesn't want to hurt him. I don't know in this moment. Perhaps it's the first one. The psychic explosion is close. Yes, we're reaching the 80% in this moment. But Mob is trying to control himself. And there is a good reason for that. I didn't know this, of course, because I never read the manga or never watched the anime. But he believes that he hurt his brother when they were attacked by some bullies. He believed because he closed his eyes for him just a second. He was unconscious in that moment. And he saw these people, these three bullies, being knocked down completely. But that is not important. He hurt his brother because he believed that he hurt his brother. And that's why he promised to change and not use his psychic powers against a person. And that's when he lost consciousness. When we were reaching the 100% and getting the interrogation symbols in the end, because he lost consciousness. And of course, Teru gave up. He just walked away and said, okay, this is victory for nobody because I never used my powers and its full potential. I did not beat you with my powers, but of course you never attack me with your powers. I can never provoke said reaction. But, and this is when the show shines, something inside Mo is a lot more dangerous than him. He is not conscious. Because we have, the interrogation symbols there. He is not conscious. And this brutal power is so much that, yes, the weak barrier, and perhaps it's not that weak if you put it in a perspective, was destroyed in mere seconds. It was nothing for Mob, or whatever that thing is, the subconsciousness of Mob is. He is not responding to anything. And not only that, he's absorbing energy from every source possible. And that's something I commented on the reaction. Yes, this is frightening and kind of funny. Why? Of course, the absorption of the powers from around him, the atmosphere, whatever, but the absorption of the power of Teru. Why I say this funny? Because the source of the power, let's be honest, it's kind of ridiculous the angle they choose to put the freaking thing. Yes, this entity that we're seeing in that scene is unknown, and those are words from the source material. The amount of power, because this thing, I don't think that is small. I'm still not sure what that is. Destroy the entire school. Make it float into the atmosphere really above the clouds. And everybody in the terrain of the school went alongside with all the debris of the school. This is when Teru finally understood that he's not special. But unfortunately, this is something that Mob wanted to avoid. He wanted to change. And yes, the 97%, it was still high up in there. But this was sadness, because he was sad. He wanted to change, but everything he has done meant nothing because in his mind he didn't change. He still was unable to control his emotions, and therefore he caused damage to something else. Yes, he repairs the damage. He repaired the school. And he brings down everybody in kind of a okay state. And this is when Teru realized that all his mistakes he has made. My guess is to try to say that yes, you were right. We were equal, and that is without my psychic powers I'm nothing, etc., etc. That is what I think he was going to say. The bullies run away, or the fighters. I don't want to call them bullies. Perhaps there are more fighters or brawlers or delinquents, whatever you want to call them. So yes, perhaps even something else. Perhaps he has a little more respect than Mauve. For more than before. So yeah, perhaps I'm wrong in that moment. Anyway, yes, I saw another difference. Teru doesn't have friends. He had lackeys. People who respect his power, but the moment you take away the power, they were just running away. They don't consider him his friend or their friend. Mom, on the other hand, really have friends, because the Body Improvement Club, and man, I love those guys. I cannot stop myself from saying this, but really, I love those guys. Really take care of Mob. They really like him. They really want him to improve. They don't see him as, oh yes, an annoyance. Oh yes, he's joined the club. We don't really need him. No, they really genuinely try to improve his body. They want to help him improve his body. So yes, they really care for him. And that is what Teru saw in that moment. That is the major difference between them. If you take away the powers of Mob, you see a person who wants to improve himself in several regards, not just in the psychic powers, because he knows that he's the most powerful one. But he's not abusing that power. And that earned a lot of respect for him. Of course, the chase of scene, we're seeing that Mob is really trying to find Dimple, to try to save him, but he couldn't. And I really thought that Dimple was going to last during the whole freaking series. But apparently it was a thing of 2 episodes. And yes, again, the brother is a kind of a mystery for me. I'm still not sure what to think about him. I found him odd, but I don't know if he hates his brother or envy his brother or he wants to be like his brother. I really hope that this is something deeper than just the envy. Yes, envy is a good catalyst, but hopefully we're going to see a character grow from the brother, because I really like this family. And from what I have seen, I don't know really, because he doesn't consider the thing that destroyed the school his brother. It's something else, because I guess he saw what really happened and what that thing was. What the monster inside Mob really was. Of course, he's kind of worried for this. So yes, I am still in the shadow with the brother. But again, one is showing us why he's such a great writer. Because his characters are amazing. He's defying cliches. He's defying the most blatant use of characters, of cliches or probes. Yes, I love the way one writes his characters. Man, I understand now why you said that this was even better than One Punch Man. Man, it's amazing what I have seen so far, and we're only in episode 5. So yes, a very good episode, a very good animation, and a very good character development and characters in general. I don't think just development. So yeah, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode. Hopefully there is nothing left behind. And hopefully you enjoy this commentary, because it's one of the best episodes I have seen of this series. And that is a very tall order. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you like it. And really, the only thing I have to say is thank you for your comments, your likes, your views, and your subscriptions. If you want to be a subscriber, click on the button for subscription and on the bell so you can get notifications. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for your attention. And once again, that's it for now. And well, see you in the next one. Bye.